And we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going through Jesus Be the Name by Elevation Worship and Tiffany Hudson. So I'm excited to be jumping into this song with you guys. This song is going to be in the key of D flat. D flat, 64 BPM. It's slow. You can hear that by my delays. Let's go over the settings that I have. Today I'm playing through the praise patch. I made a ton of elevation worship patches at this point, and a lot of them are starting to like blend in together, start to overlap. So I just took this patch and I made it clean on the clean snapshot, and then I just cranked up the reverbs for a lot of this like down lower stuff, and it sounds like this. It's got a little bit of dirt in there. And if you have a Line 6 Helix, HX Stomp, Pod Go, or HX Effects, that preset is in the link in the description. And also I'm going to be referencing the tabs. I'm actually looking at them right now on my end. I created a bunch of custom tabs for all of the lead guitar parts that I'm going through, and I transpose them in every single key. If you like to look at things visually, that link is in the description below. The original key is free in the description. Also, I have a ton of other free elevation tabs in the description. They're all kind of bundled in the same place. So check it out. And we're going to be going over chorus 1. There are 2 guitar parts. There are a lot of layers, as you know, to a lot of the Elevation and Bethel songs. There's like usually multiple guitar players on stage, and that's the case with this song. There are a couple sections where there are 2 different guitar parts going on, and feel free to pick whichever one that you like the most. And I'm going to be referencing that. So that first part sounds like this. So that was one pass through. This is like during the down chorus. And how I'm doing that is I'm playing the clean snapshot that I'm playing there on the effects. And I've got like obviously your guitar might be different, but I'm playing through a Strat, playing through the middle pickup, and I rolled off some of that top end. You want it to be like kind of soft and really ambient in this part. And I'm playing octaves. If you don't know what octaves are, they're just the pitch above the same pitch, just an octave up. So I'm playing the G string and the high E string. So when I call out these shapes, I'm going to be referencing the fret that the high E string finger is on. So there's going to be 2 frets in between these notes. So the first shape is going to be on the 11th fret G string and 14th fret E string. Then all you're going to do is just shift that shape around. So it's going to be how I'm doing that on the picking side is I'm tucking away my pick and I'm using my fingers to kind of warm up that tone. So I'm kind of using the side of my thumb, and then I'm kind of using my fingernails to get underneath that top string. So we're going to shift down a fret to the 13th fret, and then finally to the 11th. So pay attention to where the chords are shifting here. So if you're thinking in measures, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, next measure, 2, 3, 4, next measure. So that last measure, you're going to hold out on that 13th fret. So it's just it's staggered a little bit, and you're delaying that chord change. So just keep in mind for that. The next option within that chorus, while this guitar part is happening is happening right here. Right here. Sounds really nicely when played together. So that part is the 7th fret B string and 4th fret E string. And it's really helpful to have a little bit of delays going on here. I'm using a tape delay mixed with, on here it's called a simple delay. I'm assuming that's like a digital delay within, I'm using Helix native right here on my computer. So I have one 1/8 note delay and then another dotted 1/8. And so this part plays really nicely with those delays. So that's the 7th and 4th fret. Try to get those notes to blend together. That's the first shape. And then it's 6/4 on the B string. Then you're going to bar that and hit the 4th fret E string. You could choose to either use a pick here, or you can continue with using your fingers to warm it up that tone. Heat up the tone. I don't know. So there's that. That's happening in that first down chorus. Then in another chorus, there's a part that goes like this. Again, here you could play it, depending on where you're at in the song, you can play it down dynamically, cleaner, or you can dig into it more, turn on a distortion, and really you just kind of have to read where you're at in the song. So what I'm playing there is all in the B string, 11th fret to 9th fret. You're going to play the 11th fret for 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 9th fret, 14th, then 13, and then 11, then 9. Here, I'll click on some distortion for you. Show you what that could sound like. So there's that part. Then there's one final part that I want to go over, and that is the bridge, like refrain type of thing, where you're following kind of that melody. And actually, I just turned my distortions off. So I love that part. And when in doubt, just make sure that you're following that melody of the bridge. And so I'm going to turn that distortion off for a second. So it's going to start on the D string, 8th fret. And everything is going to be 16th notes in this case. Similar to what you just played up here. So, haha, we're playing the octave down, starting there. That's going to be on the 8th fret, to 6th fret, and you're going to be alternating between the 8th and 6th. Okay, so it's going to be 8th to 6th, 8th to 6th, and then jumping up to the G string, it's 5, 6. So how I'm doing that is I'm just shifting my first finger back and forth. Then it's going to be the 8th G string to 6th fret on the B string. Then B string 9th fret, 8th fret G string. So I'll play that slowly. Here, I'll turn the delays off so it doesn't confuse it. And then in that initial demo that I played you, I kind of got creative there. I like to add notes and things like that. Once I learn the actual lead part, then I like try to figure out what are some like gaps and holes that I can add, like my own licks and stuff too. So there, it felt like it made the most sense to do like a... So in context... So I could teach you that if you want to play that. So it's a bend up from the 7th to 5 to 6. And you could play it a bunch of different ways, but the main concept of that is bending up on the 5th fret. And then capping that off on the 6th fret D string. Or I could do... I speed it up. So there's a ton of different ways you could do it. Brewster lick for you. Let me know if you guys like me going over some like ad-lib stuff that's like not in the song, because I actually enjoy writing a lot of ad-lib stuff. If you see any of my like POV videos and things like that, I tend to ad-lib and stuff. I don't play nearly as busy live, but when I'm at home or at rehearsal or whatever, I like to try different things, and I'll usually pick like a lick here or there that works. And so if you see the POV videos, it's definitely just me just like trying a bunch of different things, and then I just get it recorded and posted. But let me know if you like me breaking down some of the licks that I come up with for the song on top of just the actual parts. But for a lot of these videos, I've just been going, here's the parts. But let me know if you're interested in some of that type of stuff, ways that you can add different licks and things like that to make it feel a little bit more you, or just add some more life to it. So thanks guys for watching this video. Again, the tabs are free in the description, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.